I think that there is life in craft, in process, in labor, and the juice and the blood and the tears are in making. The show is called ixube, and ixube is the Zulu word for random. I work with Zulu women, and there's something about working with women who are very familiar with this material, who've been working with it as long as I have, and even have a greater tradition with beads. You know, their grandmothers were beading, and their mothers' 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 mothers. So for me, working in South Africa has been about really taking this material and considering it on every level. So it isn't just this kind of corporeal kind of relationship to the body, but the way that that extends out to many other people, many other lives. So ixube is about taking all of that, the random aspect of working with many people, and seeing what happens when you put that together. You know, I don't have immediate gratification ever. It takes months and months and months to realize something. So there's a slow burn aspect. I never really trust anything that I can do quickly or easily. If it doesn't hurt and if it isn't going to sort of take everything, then I'm not very interested in the project. And for me, the challenge is all the time trying to make sure that the listening comes first, so that I'm not trying to push the work in a direction, but rather that I'm trying to yield to what the work wants to be. So a lot of times, you know, you sort of think about a decision, an artist's decision, this kind of egoic kind of framework. But for me, I'm trying to do something else. I'm trying to let that collapse and see what happens when I leave the room. There's this great Philip Guston quote where he talks about his work beginning when he leaves the room. And I think I try to let that happen so that it isn't my ego or my will driving the work, but rather the work, the materials always telling me what it wants to be. Try not to get in the way. That's my thing, my mantra. Try not to get in the way.